What's up, y'all? So, I want to give y'all an update on a few things. So, today's video or topic of discussion is going to be an update on Taylor, and it's also going to be some information about my 7-year stalker. Word. We'll get into that in a second, but let's go ahead and update y'all on what's going on with Taylor. So, where I last left off about explaining about Taylor. Let me see. So I told y'all about how he had texted me in the morning on Sunday talking about how he left his phone in his buddy's truck. I did not respond to him. I left his ass on red. Around 4 in the afternoon, I believe that same day, on Sunday, he texts me and he's like, "That's it. So that's it." Some shit like that. And I'm just like, I really have nothing to say. Like, mind you, reminder, he's 26, I'm 34. We're just really on two different paths at this point in our lives. I don't know why I ever thought that that would work, but I'm glad I gave it a chance because now I know it's what. But anyway, and I'm hungry. So if y'all hear my stomach growling, please, I'm sorry. I am hungry. So yeah, so we ended up talking, and he apologized profusely. We were talking on the phone, and he's like, I'd like to take you out tomorrow night. That's okay, blah blah blah. So I, against my best judgment, I do agree to it to go out again the next day, which will be Monday. Monday comes around. And I'm just going to keep going through the story. So I'm just going to be fast forwarding through some parts. We did talk, well, texted that morning, say good mornings, blah, blah, blah. Text later in the morning ish, around 11. Hey, how's your morning going? Blah, blah, blah. He texted me again around 1 o'clock, and he's like 6:30, and sent me the address of the place that we were supposed to be meeting at. So I'm thinking, like, okay, he seems like he's being serious today. So fast forward to, I get off work, I come home, and I get into my pajamas. It's not pajamas, it was like a nightgown. And I took my false lashes off. And I know y'all like, wait, hold up. I thought you said you was about to go out. Yes, I did have plans to go out with him, but I'm just like, this dude has already stood me up before. I'm not about to do anything until I know that he's like dead ass serious. So I come home, get all comfortable, and I proceed to start working on entering the data to file my taxes. You know what I mean? I was sitting here in my bed, in my nightgown, doing my stuff on the computer. I was just minding my own business. But then I decided, to start calling him. I think it was like around 5 o'clock. I started calling him or texting him. No response. Fast forward, 6:30 comes, no response. 7:30 comes, no response. So I decided, you know what? In between that time, at some point, I decided I'm gonna call him from my work phone, and I really shouldn't have did that, but I did that. Um, he didn't answer the phone call, so I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna just block this guy because I don't know what he got going on, but whatever it is, I don't want to be part of it. So I blocked him. The next morning, I'm driving to work, and of course, I got my emergency line with me. The emergency line rings. I answer it. I'm thinking, okay, somebody's got a hot water heater that's bursted, or something like that. So I answer the line, and it's some guy, and he's like, "Yeah, I got a number, missed call from this number last night. I'm just calling back." So I'm just like, "Oh, okay. So you can call back an unknown number, but you can't call me back. Like, and you stood me up last night again for the second time." And he's like, "Oh, you're weird for that, and blah blah blah. You're gonna call me from another number. You're weird, blah 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 blah." And I'm just like, I'm weird. You're the one who made a date with me twice and you stood me up. How am I weird? So he ended up hanging up on me, and I'm just like, unacceptable. So I decide to unblock him, and I text him, and he's like, "Well, I'm not reading that, blah 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 blah." And that's when I proceed to tell him that you're just gonna keep getting back what you put out there. You said that you don't like girls your age, women your age, whatever, because they play all these games. Yet you're making 2 dates in a row with me back to back, and you stand me up twice. Who's playing the games here? That's why you're getting little girls that play games, because you play games. You get back what you put out. Like, the laws and Mother Nature, like, energy will match energy, and that's just how it is. And with that being said, I really need to try to understand, why is it that this is the type of energy that I'm attracting. Like, now that I say that, like, I really need to do like some deep soul searching, because why is this what I'm attracting? People that just keep playing games and stuff, like, why am I attracting this? I don't understand. Okay, so then what else? My other situation, I've got like a 7-year stalker. So I went on a date with this guy one time 7 years ago when I first moved here. When I didn't have shit, you know what I mean? I first moved here. I didn't have shit but a freaking 8-year-old and a 2-month-old baby. I didn't have anything else except for my most prized, you know, valuable, precious possessions. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know if that's the right word, possessions, but yeah, y'all know what I'm trying to say. I had nothing but family when I first moved down here. So I ended up going on some date with this guy, and to this day, like every couple of years, he'll like resurface. The very last time that, well, not the very last time. So one of the times that he has resurfaced, he was talking about meeting up again and stuff. I'm like, yeah, we can plan for another date, blah blah blah. And he's like, no, we're gonna pick up where we left off, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, how you gonna tell me what I'm gonna do? No, bitch. That's not gonna happen. So he didn't want to take me on another date. He wanted me to like basically just come to his house, his home. And I'm like, no, that's not gonna happen. So we stopped talking. You know, we couldn't see eye to eye. We could not come to an agreement. So I was like, okay, well, fuck it and have a do you type of thing. And then a couple of years later,